that you need to constantly remind yourself of they are not coming for Pilates. Why did you go to your training or to your course originally choosing Pilates? Did you go and chose Pilates because you're like, oh, I want to do Pilates because I want to learn the 34 and I want to do things as Joseph did because that is what I want? Or was there a thought behind you, behind your mind, that may help you feel better or do better? For me personally, before I'm gonna have you unmute, is I didn't realize that I chose Pilates and I wanted to investigate more into Pilates, not to become a teacher. First of all, I did not want to become a teacher. I wanted to do this for myself because I was injured. But when I was injured in my shoulder and my trap, I had a torn trapezius muscle. I tore my trapezius muscle doing gym work. And the physiotherapist, who was a Pilates teacher, said to me, well, I think you should do Pilates because if you don't do Pilates, you're going to get injured over and over again. And I said, well, why is that? He said, because you don't understand your body and you don't care for it. I was 19 and I was like, what the hell is she saying? Of course I care for my body. I do sports every day. I run. I lift weights. I am an athlete and I don't care and I don't know my body. Who the hell are you to tell me this? I know my body way better than you. And I was like very judgmental, like, did you look at your body? Look at you. You should go run as well. Because, she was not really in shape. But she had beautiful posture. And whatever shape she was in today, at that time, I didn't see that. But today, she was owning that body. And it was not about the volumes. It was about how she was actually moving every little bone in her body with minimal effort, but maximal outcome. And I was using maximal efforts for maximal outcome. And that's why I was hurting myself. And that's why I was repeatedly in pain. So I was hurt in my ego to start Pilates. That's why I said, okay, well, if you know better, well, show me. And what I did not realize, deep behind what happened in that interaction, is that I was destined to get to Pilates. Because what I did not know at that point in time when I was 19 is that I've had experiences in my childhood with my body that I had fully blacked out. I was molested as a child, my whole childhood, and I blacked that out. And my body became numb. My body became so strong and hard. That's why I was such a good athlete, because I could just not feel the pain. My body was actually dead, just overperforming. But what really destiny gave me as a gift with this woman telling me that I did not care is that I actually learned a method over the years that would relieve and that would actually get rid of my trauma, that would open up my body again, that would open up my skin, that would open up my cells and let new information in and quiet and calm the old information that was trapped in there. And that was having me close. Every time I was facing difficulties, I would go hard and I would close. I would not be open. I would not be resilient. I would not be kind with myself. And I understood over time that I was excessively kind with everybody else because I was such a to my own self. So I was trying to compensate on the other end, being so nice with everybody else. When deeply what Pilates has taught me, I did not understand it at that time with that woman helping me, is that I was learning to care for my own self, to still be performant, to still be an excellent athlete, but with way more care and way more listening. Understanding my anatomy, understanding my physiology, understanding the pulling forces, not the pushing forces, the pulling forces that pull me together, not that push me out of alignment. So all of this said, there is a very clear reason why I went to Pilates, purely out of my ego, my little Eva in there going, what the hell? And then I want to say the greater Eva, who was given an opportunity to release something that was deep inside, stuck, and that I was destined to let go of in this life at least. So I believe that there's always a part of destiny that is shaped for us, and there's a part of destiny that we co-shape with it. And this is basically my story about it. Is anybody out there who wants to share what their story was behind getting to Pilates? If they maybe heard now what I've said, do you realize that, oh, maybe there was more behind me just doing Pilates just to become a teacher or just to fix something in my body? Don't be shy.